In the world of consumer electronics, what does TV stand for? Terminal velocity, travel voucher, television.
C.
You've all watched enough of this to last a lifetime. 2 lifetimes, so you should know. If you went for travel voucher, what the hell were you thinking? TV stands for television, of course. You knew this, didn't you? Or telly, as we'd say back home. 177,000 of you staying tuned in. Television became available in crude experimental form in the 1920s, according to Wikipedia, and it's still pretty crude to this day. Some of those shows out there are. Now remember, don't get hit by a savage without an extra life. You can use up to 3 of them in a game. Buy one right now. If you see it on your screen, you can also buy extra lives throughout the game by tapping on the heart below. You have a little longer to use them in this game, up to Q17, but not on any of the prize questions, so keep that in mind. Q2. Which company was not involved in the largest oil industry merger ever? Hess, Mobil, Exxon. It was a massive merger. Do you remember?
No, I think
if you went for Exxon, you weren't slick enough. It has to be Hess. You're oiled up and ready to go. 159,000 of you are. Exxon and Mobil joined forces in 1999 and came up with the slick name ExxonMobil. It's now the 8th largest company in the world revenue-wise. They must be gassed about that. Q3, what element is number 1 on the periodic table? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen.
Thank you.
Taking that number 1 spot and holding it down. Life would suck without all 3 of these, lasting at number 1 longer than Lil Nas X. It's hydrogen. And you're saying hello to the next question, 143,000 of you. Although all life is carbon-based, it's only number 6 on the periodic table. That's 2 spots higher than the oxygen that keeps us breathing. Take a deep breath, because we're ready for Q4. What U.S. President's administration was embroiled in the Teapot Dome scandal? Herbert Hoover, Warren...
Let me go with B. I don't know.
Some milk and sugar with my tea, please. Back when the White House was a cesspool of corruption. No, back further. It was Warren Harding. That wasn't too hard for 98,000. That was brutal for some of you. Harding's Interior Secretary sold oil drilling rights to his friends instead of getting taxpayers the best deal. The scandal tarnished the rep of Harding. It's a hard life. Sometimes. Q5. What word is not in Emma Lazarus's poem At the Base of the Statue of Liberty? Wretched, miserable, homeless.
I'm going to see.
These are all words to get us in the mood.
I don't know.
I've lived in New York for over a decade and still haven't been to the Statue of Liberty, and that makes me miserable, guys. Miserable is the answer. You're pretty happy. Oh my goodness, utterly savage. I haven't seen a savage like this in a long time. 140,000 of you gone, 28,000 of you holding on tightly. The new Colossus contains lines like the wretched refuse of your teeming shore and send these, the homeless tempest, tossed to me. And we are tossing on after that savage to Q6. Use your extra lives, players. Here we go. The French dish galette saucisse is closest to what American snack? Fortune cookie, pigs in a blanket, fried ice cream. Galette saucisse. What is that? It's not so fortunate for you if you went for fortune cookie. Dining on the swine, pigs in a blanket. You all wrapped up on this one, 94,000 of you are. That was brutalish again. You don't have to be a cordon bleu chef to decipher this one. Galette saucisse basically means pancake sausage, which sounds like a very flat sausage. Indeed, it looks quite tasty though, doesn't it? Q7. What are Chicagoans probably talking about when they refer to LSD? Politician, road, concert venue. Is this a trick question? No, it's not. I know what club kids are talking about when they refer to LSD, but Chicagoans are likely discussing a road. You're on the road to riches, 107,000 of you are right now. Now, it's possible there's a psychedelic rock concert in Grant Park this weekend, but if your cab driver says he's on LSD, better hope he's on Lakeshore Drive or Get Out and Walk, okay? Q8, what kind of animal nickname does golf legend Jack Nicklaus have? Vulpine, ovine, ursine. Gotta get a hole
See, no, see,
in one here. Now, we're not talking Jack Nicklaus, we're talking Jack Nicklaus, nicknamed after a sign. Is the sign we were looking for, 92,000 if you knew it. Win 18 major championships, and you too can call yourself whatever you want, but one of the greatest players ever settled on the Golden Bear, a sign of an sign. Q9, that all rhymes. Which baseball team has the home field that comes first alphabetically among MLB stadiums? Detroit Tigers, New York Mets, Colorado Rockies. Do you know your ABCs? Figure it out from there. All their parks start with the letter C. You see, hitting a home run here is the New York Mets. You knocked that one out of the park, 74,000 if you did. The Tigers are on the prowl at Comerica Field. The Rockies rock out at Coors Field, while the Mets have their meetups at Citi Field. At least their field always comes first. Q10, the director with the most Best Director Oscars, is known for what type of film? Animated, Western, summer blockbuster. It's quite the feat. He's held that title for quite some time. If you went for summer blockbuster, you just got busted yourself. We were looking for Western. Go get 'em, cowboys. 71,000 of you got it right. John Ford directed more than 140 films in his lifetime. His record for Best Director wins is still unbeaten, but he was best known for his other movies, his Westerns. And we are heading north to our first prize question of the game. Of course, if you get this next one right, you will have a decision to make: either take what's in the pot or move on and try to win the whole lot. $240,000 on the line tonight. Good luck, Q11. What Department of Energy laboratory has a credible claim to being the birthplace of the video game? Brookhaven, Livermore, Oak Ridge, where it all began. Our obsession, certainly a strong candidate for spawning the first true video game. Brookhaven is the answer. If it's broke, don't fix it. 28,000 if you got it, but that was another savage. Another savage right there. What's that? 66,000 down, 28,000 if you're well played by you. In 1953, the lab held a public exhibition where William Higginbottom rigged up a fun tennis simulator more than a decade before Pong. And we are serving up some cash. Let's see what's in the bag right now. 8 cents. We are offering to 28,383 players. Next prize, 4 questions away. Make your decision and stick to it. You want to hang with me some more, or you want to take the cash? What's it going to be? Make up your minds and let me know. Okay, 5,605 players. Early winners taking home 8 cents. Well done to you. 22,778 still playing. We've got work to do. Are you ready? Take a breath. And here we go with Q12. Which of these composers is from the Baroque era? Beethoven, Prokofiev, Handel. Not the Baroque era. The Baroque era. If you went for Beethoven, this was your last symphony, I'm afraid. Can you handle the truth? Handel is the answer. Well composed by 20,000 of you. Baroque is derived from a Portuguese word meaning oddly shaped pearl. Back in the 1600s, it was frowned upon by the prudes. How rude. Q13. The expression white elephant is derived from a supposed ancient custom in which part of the world? Southern Europe, Southeast Asia, South Africa. Who wants a white elephant for their birthday? White elephant may be extravagant, but who really wants one? It's from Southeast Asia. You're trying to give that one back. 19,000 of you are. The phrase apparently came from the king of Siam and his method of gifting rare albino elephants to those who got on his nerves, guaranteeing they'd be ruined by the upkeep costs. Pure genius. Q14. In the United Kingdom, which of the armed forces does not have the prefix royal? Army, Navy, Air Force. Which one's not as regal? By name, at least. They're all Her Majesty's Armed Forces, but which one didn't receive the Royal? It's Army, and you are marching on if you got that right. 16,000 if you did. it's officially the Royal Navy and the Royal Air Force, but dating back to feudal times, the army belonged to the king and other aristocrats. This prize question belongs to you players. Own it. It's Q15. Let's go. Of these three Ariana Grande tracks, which has by far the highest number of listens on Spotify? Side to side, one last time, God is a Woman. I love Ariana. She is amazing. I know I've listened to it back to back myself in the gym. Boy, it's got me walking side to side. 6,197 of you nailed that one. That was a brutal. Now, have you seen the video? How does Ariana go so hard in spin class without breaking so much as a sweat? She's just perfect. We are breaking into the bank right now. What are we working with? What's in that bag? We've got 49 cents. We're offering to 61.97. 3 questions until the next prize. Almost 50 cents. 50 cent on this Friday night. You want to take that cash and run or stick around to reach the big one? 506 players chose to take the cash. Early winners, well done. 5,691 still playing on Play On Players, because we are hitting you with Q16. Apart from Michael Jordan, who else has been the NBA Finals MVP in 3 consecutive years? LeBron James, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal. Something to boast about. 3 legendary ballers, but which one lived up to MJ's record? It's a Shaq attack. Shaquille O'Neal, that's who. You are balling. 3,099 if you are. Jordan and O'Neal are still the only players to win the MVP title in 3 consecutive seasons. In fact, Jordan achieved the feat twice. Could LeBron James be next? Let me know in the chat. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Now, don't forget, this will be your last chance to use your extra lives. They won't work after Q17. Here goes. Which of these capitals is closest to the Nazca Plate? Tokyo, San Jose, Vancouver. Where is the Nazca Plate? Where could it be? If you went for Tokyo, it's sayonara to you. Nearest to Nazca is San Jose. Yes way, Jose. 4,042 of you nailed it. The Nazca Plate is a tectonic plate off the coast of South America. The closest place to the plate is San Jose in Costa Rica. I prefer delicious plate of casado myself, though. And guess what? We've got another delicious prize question coming your way on Q18. Hit me with it. Here we go. Ed Hardy said the star of the hit reality show on which network was the downfall of his brand, MTV, Fox, TLC. At least that was the excuse. If you went for MTV, you are not living in the real world. TLC. You're gonna learn today. 2,544 of you are. Now, Ed Hardy's designer is on record saying that John Gosling thing was the nail in the coffin. Remember John and Kate +8 as his star faded. So did Ed Hardy's. Your star is shining right now. And so is this cash. 79 cents we have. We're offering to 2,541 players, 3 questions until the next prize. You won that 79 cents? Are you gonna work towards the big jackpot? Don't jack it up. Whatever choice you make, 342 players chose to take that 79 cents, 2,199 still in the game. You ready? Let's do it. Q19. Of these 3 names, which one was most commonly given to baby boys in the US in the last 100 years? Richard, Charles, Daniel. Which is the most common, in other words? While you're tempted to call him Dick, the full name is in fact Richard. Richard is the name of the game. 818 of you got that correct. According to the Social Security Administration, Richard has been used 2.5 million times over the past 100 years. Charles, 0.8 million times. Q20, the place where these are found, is part of the area known as what? Look at those guys. Where'd you find them? Pacific Chile, Continental Chile, Insular Chile. Where would you find those cool dudes? What type of chili? It's getting a little chilly in here, actually. No, it's not. It's dripping, sweating hot. Okay, you'll find those guys on Easter Island, considered a part of Insular Chile is what we are talking about. Keeping cool, 231 of you. Easter Island has almost 1,000 monumental statues like those, and I'm assuming a whole bunch of Easter bunnies as well. Hop to it, players. We have another prize question coming your way, and you know it's the big one. Your last prize question of the game. You could win some mega money. If you get it right, you will choose to either snag that cash or make the dash to the jackpot. You will have to make it to Q30, though, to win that $240,000 that's at stake tonight. Ready or not, here it comes. Q21. Was the first thing seen in color in the movie Pleasantville? Fire, apple, flower. Bringing that brightness to the screen. If you went for fire, yours has been extinguished, keeping it lit. Flower is the answer. You're doing blooming well. 151 of you are. Reese Witherspoon takes Paul Walker for a romantic trip to Lover's Lane against the black and white world. That brilliant red rose really stood out. And so does this cash. What's in the bag? $10.07. We have on offer for 148 players, 9 questions until the jackpot. Who wants that $10.14 on this Friday night? How many of you are going to take it? How many of you are going to stay? Okay, 140 players chose to take the cash. Well done, winners. 5 still playing. 5 standing strong. 9 questions to go. All right, Q22. Which of these words is not sung in the Muppet Show theme song? Recreational, inspirational, celebrational. My third favorite show after Sex and the City and Gossip Girl. It's time to play the music. It's time to light the lights, but it's lights out if you didn't pick recreational. Did you? Did you? Okay, one of you did. There's just one person left in the game. I watched the Muppet Show in my recreational time, but the show itself was...
It's time to get things started on the most sensational, inspirational, celebrational, motivational.
We have one Muppetational player left in the game. Send your luck to them in the chat. The big one is Q23. Which president's widow lived for much of the end of her life in France? Thomas Jefferson, Abraham Lincoln, John Quincy Adams.
John Quincy Adams?
Well, why not? It's a beautiful place. One player remaining. It's the perfect retirement country, especially if you love a good glass of wine. You might need one after this. Abraham Lincoln is who we are talking about. Oh, we're sorry to see you go. You crack me up. Well done to you. You made it the furthest tonight. No cash for you, unfortunately, but you get the bragging rights. You crack me up as well. Yes, you do. Well done to all of you. Another stupendous game, HQTs. We had a bunch of winners at different levels. A whole bunch of cash was snagged. You came, you played, you totally slayed as always. I'm Sharon Carpenter. Hit me on the socials. Here's where to find me. Stop by, say hi. We're back tomorrow, everyone. Our last game before the finale. Same time, same place with more cash and more fun. Until then, have an awesome Friday night and good luck this weekend. Okay? Bye.